What's going on, people of the internet, and I'm here to smash a new snapshot video into your subscription feed. That joke is going to make a whole lot of sense in just a second, but because it's a snapshot, there are more new features than I initially thought, and it took a while to actually find the changelog because when I started setting it up, the changelog wasn't actually out. It took a while to find it, but here we are with probably one of the most important features is in regards to a brand new weapon called the Mace. So when you're in a trial chamber, you would come across these amazing new creatures called the Breeze, and in the past they would drop the wind charges, which we all know because I did a video on it. So if we kill the Breeze now, it no longer drops that wind charge. It drops something which it probably should have done in the past, but I don't think it was implemented properly yet. It's a breeze rod, not to be confused with blaze rod like I did much earlier. So these will drop between 1 to 2. It is dependent on looting as well, so obviously the more looting you have, the more items you get. So just pick up a 3. Actually no, 3 is it? 3 is just enough. So that's calling up, but what do we do with them? Well, if we head over to the workbench, and if we click on showing all, we can actually craft wind charges. So this is now how you actually get wind charges. Now you no longer have to kill them and it's affected by looting. No, it is, you have to craft them with the breeze rods, which makes sense in a way. Wind charges, as far as I'm aware, work exactly the same as they did last time. However, I believe the knockback has been increased slightly since we did that video, because that thing booped that chicken all the way to next year. But that's cool and all. But what do we actually do? What else can we do with the breeze rods? Because blaze rods do a number of different things. Well, if you actually end up finishing a trial chamber and you do the vault, which I should probably end up doing at some point. I should probably make a video on that because I've not exactly looked through a trial chamber yet properly. Then once you get the vault, you could get a number of new items. We'll go along to some of the items in a bit, but one of them is called a heavy core. I'm not entirely sure how much you will get. I think it's probably around 1, but if you combine it with a breeze rod, you will get yourself a mace, which is the new weapon for this snapshot. Now, the mace has exactly the same damage values as a generic diamond sword, but what the mace does do is significantly cooler. I guess it's a bit like the trident. You can throw the trident, the axes can disable shields. The mace has a really cool knockback effect, and it's probably going to be used for quite a lot of trolly purposes, a bit like the wind charges. So the easiest way to demonstrate it is if we just sort of get a bunch of spiders around the place and we go into survival. So in fact, if we just go up here, we'll knock you down. If we go up here and we enter survival, obviously a fall like this would probably end up hurting us quite badly. However, if we were to time it properly, we didn't take a single fall damage. That fall would have killed me. It hasn't. So what this does is the higher you fall from and you strike a target, the more damage it does. In addition, it negates any full damage you would get as long as you get the hit. So we could go from the top of the world border and we fall down. I think if you get to the top of the world border and you jump all the way down into an ancient city and strike a warden with this, not only would you probably survive, but you could probably end up killing the warden with it, which I would love to see. I'm not going to try it out, but somebody's going to do it, and I cannot wait to watch that video. Obviously you have to make sure you get the hit first, but this is kind of cool. This is the 4th take I've done on this, because first I did it with spiders and they climbed out, and then the zombies burnt in the day, and then I missed the clunky stuff because I didn't get a high enough advantage. I was just jumping. Anyway, to demonstrate the knockback effect, that's what I was wanting to show you. So if there's a group of enemies around each other and you bonk them, obviously make sure you time it right, they will all whole one way. So it doesn't happen when you just jump with it. You've got to actually sort of gain the thing when you jump from a really high place. So again, I cannot wait to see what damage this does against something like the Warden, because that could be really, really cool. You're probably asking yourself, what enchants does this take? Does this take unique enchantments like the trident, like the swords? Does this even enchant at all? Well, yes and no. First of all, if you go to an enchantment table, you put a sword in, you get, you know, your generic looting, sharpness, unbreaking, that sort of stuff. If you put a mace into it, you don't get anything. So you could say, no, it doesn't enchant. However, it can take enchantable books. So you can enchant it, you just have to use it the book method, because if you do it, then anything can be enchanted, like a block of stone or something. But this does work. So if you put knock back on it and you hit it, it's knocking back. So I guess if you also put sharpness 5 onto it and you jump down from a really high cliff, that sharpness 5 will be in effect as well to the damage buff. That's what I'm assuming. I can't see it working any differently, but it's not enchantable, but you can enchant it. In fact, one thing I did actually want to just sort of test out here is what happens if you do it in survival. Can you still do it? So let's just do, this is a test, so let's just do sharpness 5. Should had some command blocks for this, and let's get a spare mace out from this chest. And we go to do it here. Can you still do it? You can't. So you can't enchant it at all. You cannot enchant it at all in survival. That is a good thing to know. So if you see someone with an enchantable mace, yes, it works. But you have to be being creative. I'm not sure if that will change, but that is something to keep in mind. So this is all cool and all. However, if you can't put enchantable things on it, like mending or unbreaking, for example, how do you repair the mace? Well, you can repair the mace, and it's pretty simple. You just put it in an anvil with a breeze rod, and you can repair it like that. Pretty simple. So, you've probably been looking over here, and you're like, oh, wait. Are there new armor trims? Are there new pots? Are there new things in general? Well, yes, there are new things, and these are quite excitable things. So first of all, here we have, I forgot what it's called. It's called the Bolt armor trim. This is what it looks like. Looks kind of cool. That's kind of cool. And in order to duplicate it, you literally need, well, a block of copper. So it gives you more use for your copper, I guess. But yeah, that's how that works. So in order to duplicate it, you need a block of copper. Kind of cool. This one is called the Flow. I was going to call it the Bolt. It's called the Charge. This one's the Bolt. Yes, that one's the Bolt. This one's Charge. Flow, even not Charge. And this is what it looks like. So we'll go from top of the helmet. That kind of looks like a shulker box. Looks kind of cool. And again, in order to duplicate it, it's the same thing. You just need a breeze rod. So the breeze rods are very handy for all this new stuff. So on top of that, we've got some more new pottery charges. We've got the flow one. This is what it looks like. I think this one's called the Scrape. This is the Scrape. Yep. And this one's Bolt Guster. This one's Guster. Got it. The names are going to get me slightly. And then we've also got some banner patterns. So this one's Guster. This one's Flow. Nice. So how do you get these items? Well, these are the pottery ones and the charges and the patterns and the pottery and the pottery shards and the banner patterns drop from the trial chests now. In fact, the trial chests have sort of been updated. They've removed the saddles and replaced it with these, basically. So this is where you get those from. In order to get these things, you get them from the vault itself. So you get these from the vault. You get the whatever it's called, this thing, heavy core, from the vault as well. completely ignore this because I had to do the thumbnail and then the outro got messed up because the Minecraft music was louder than I expected. But if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you want, leave your feedbacks in the comments down below because that's what they're there for. And other than that, well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.